Hello everyone, welcome back to Birdcage Craft Studio with me, Sue Ralph, and this is my crafting tip from me to you, number 65. I thought we would have a go at making some of these little Christmas decorations today. What I've done, I've used little battery candles and I've put them in the little box I've made. You've probably seen something very similar. I think people have put Ferrero Rocher chocolates in them. You can make them out of cardstock or vellum. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make the vellum type one for you. You can use them for sort of Christmas tree decorations like this one, or you could actually use them for place settings for your Christmas lunch. And then what you can do is you can put the person's name there. You could even give it as a little gift box. You know, there's lots of ideas. So I'm going to make one with vellum. So I'm just going to move all of these things out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to use the vellum cardstock by Stampin' Up because it's quite a good heavyweight vellum so that you can fold it quite nicely. And you can actually get 2 of these little boxes out of one piece of vellum. What you need is you need a measurement of 9 inches by 4 inches. So what I need to do is I need to bring in my scoreboard, and then what we're going to do is we're going to score. Going to start on the long side, and what you need to do, you need to start off at 3/4 of an inch, 3.5 inches, 5.5 inches, 8.25, and then that leaves you your 3/4 of an inch. And then along the short side goes up to the top. We need to score at 1 inch and then 3 inches. And that's all that you need your scoreboard for. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my ruler, and I've got a wad of paper here. You can actually do your scoring on paper as long as you've got a nice wad of it so it makes it cushy, or a mouse mat is quite good. I'm going to bring in my ruler, and from the centre, can you see we've got this centre panel here? I want to come in 1 inch from the centre to the sides. And this is because we're going to do a little bit more folding to make the box shape. And I'm just going to put a little inch mark there so I know where to fold it. So I just do all 4 of those. Okay. And now I've got my little marks in those 4 corners. I'm just going to use my ruler and I'm going to measure up from the top to the bottom diagonally, and I'm just going to measure from those points that I've just marked and into the corner of the box. I am going to just use my scoring tool just to go just this one piece here on this inch margin, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom. And again, I'm going to measure up from that inch. Oops, I've got black lines underneath and it's just confused me for a second, sorry. And I'm going to just go across there. So can you see on those 2 outside inch marks, I've just literally just put a score mark in, and then I'm going to go down diagonally the other way now. So just match up my marks, find the corner and just literally go to the corner, and again just here go into my corner, and so then you've got 4 score lines. And then what you want to do is you want to bring in your bone folder and you just want to start just scoring, getting those score lines, sorry, and just using your bone folder just to make a nice crease, folding it as you're going along, like so. Now when you're using vellum or even cardstock, you can do several different things with it before you start to put your box together. You can put it through an embossing folder so you get a nice pattern on there. You could also ink it You see where I've done sort of, I think that's tempting turquoise and white ink, and then you can stick embellishments on. Or with this cardstock one, I've actually cut out 2 apertures with the stars, and I've put vellum in there, and then I've actually just printed little stars all over it. So you can do several different ways. So what you need to do now, if I show you the one I've already got here, you want to bend up that score line and bring those corners up. So let's see if we can do that. Let's just finish this off. Turn that one over. And as I said, because you're using the vellum cardstock, it's quite a heavyweight vellum, so that makes it quite nice for sort of folding and doing various things with. So basically what you want to do, as I said, you want to score these lines downwards and bring that tab up to meet it. So what we want to do is we want to, if I can get this in camera properly, fold this up. Now this is where it can be a bit tricky, because what you want to do is you want to get right into that corner, and you want to be able to fold it right into each corner. Okay, so I've got my thumb in the corner, and I'm just going to bring up that score where I've scored the card. Okay, so do this one again, get right into the corner. Push it up as far as you can go. So I'm sort of working left over right. It's a bit more difficult. Let's do that. We'll get there in a minute. This is where it can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Just to get your fingers in the right place to do the scoring. So when you've done all that scoring, you just need to lay your vellum flat on your work surface, and then you just want to bring the corners just up, so you make a nice neat corner like that. Okay, so you can see you're starting to get your box part now. And then again, this one. So you're sort of folding it upwards to make a box, and then you just want to pop your fingers inside and just get that vellum flat. Do the same here. Vellum can be a little bit more difficult to work with because it has a bit of a mind of its own, I think. Okay, so get there. Okay, so now you can start to see you're getting your box shape. So once you've got all of that, just bring those corners, make sure those lines line up nicely. And literally just, you can use your finger or you can use your scoring tool so that you are just getting in there and doing a nice crease down so you know it's not going to move anywhere, like so. And then you've got that shape. Okay, so you then you've got your little box, and you don't necessarily need to use any glue with this, because once you've attached the top with your ribbon, you'll find that it will stay together in any case, so you don't really need to have any glue for these. But then what you can do, you can go on, and as I've done on here, you can use a punch to make the shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my border punch, and I'm just going to use the one edge first, and I'm going to bring in my border punch, and I'm going to make sure that the vellum matches up in the middle. So you want to make sure there's the same gap on each side. So I'm going to get all those scallops in and then just punch down. Okay. And then those little bits on the end here, you can just nip off with a pair of scissors. And do the same with the others, making sure that when you put it in, that it's right into the middle so that you actually get it the same size. Pinch down, cut off those little nibs again, but then when you put them together they will match up, so you have your little tiny container. And then what you then do is you can decorate it as you wish. You can either put it through your embossing folder in the embossing machine and then decorate it with little gems, or like this one I put some little bells on some ribbon. And then you want to cut yourself out a 2" by 2" piece of cardstock which will fit into here. So I'll just take this out and I can show you. Unless I've glued, I think I might have. No, I haven't, there we go. So you get yourself a 2" by 2" piece of cardstock, and then that will go just into the very bottom, and then you can pop your candle in, and then you've made yourself a little decoration, either for your table or you could have it for a placemat. Yeah, sorry, not a placemat, a place setting, so that you can write someone's name down there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. I will put more of the instructions on my blog, so if you'd like to go over to there, and the blog address is just below. Another thing that I will be coming back and doing a video is for the little house. Okay, I've just made a little house. Again, you can use this as a place setting, or you could actually use this if you wanted to, again, to put a little candle in, or you could have it as a little gift box. So I will see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.